Hey, what's up, y'all? What's poppin'? It's G. Boss react to this video. This is signs movies are getting worse. Movies nowadays aren't the best. I feel like I used to go to the movies a bit more than I do now. I rarely ever go to movies nowadays. Just because I haven't really seen too many movies or any trailers that I'm like super interested in. Ooh, the next movie I really want to see though is the Joker movie. But other than that, I don't really have any movies that I really want to see. I just don't feel like there's that much creativity going on in the film industry nowadays. But you know, it is what it is. But let's see what they have to say. Let's watch.
The golden age of cinema, this is not. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 signs movies are getting worse.
Our hearts out! We can end
Suicide Squad was
For
terrible.
this list, we're looking at some of the most obvious ways in which the mainstream film industry has seemingly become stale and has begun to work against itself.
Come on.
Oh, Men in Black. They should have left that alone. I didn't watch it, but it looked trash.
Number 10, failing directors and actors keep getting huge projects.
For the future is never truly said.
I love X-Men though.
When evaluating whether someone is a good fit for a job or not, it's crucial to consider their entire job history, not just the highlights reel. A recognizable name isn't always synonymous with quality results.
That's true.
For example, the Wachowskis arguably haven't had a major hit since the Matrix trilogy, and yet they keep getting massive projects like Jupiter Ascending, which inevitably flop.
These people, they're counting on you.
Have you even looked at this thing?
In 2012, Taylor Kitsch starred in not one, but two huge box office bombs, but somehow still landed in True Detective's second season.
Don't think that's a good idea! Got it, Chief.
If the same failed actors and filmmakers keep getting big films, we'll never find the next Spielberg or Leonardo DiCaprio.
Why did you say that name?
That's true.
Martha, why did you say that name?
Stop! Please, stop!
Why did you say that name?
Number 9, everything is CGI.
What's that?
And please don't make the super suit green or animated.
Advancements in digital effects have drastically changed modern cinema, mostly for the better. Visually stunning films like District 9, The Avengers, Inception, The Matrix, and Avatar wouldn't have been possible without modern CGI. However, in the early 21st century, CGI has become a case for too much of a good thing. There is still a time and a place for practical effects, but too often, studios opt to go the cheaper, quicker, and less labor-intensive route of CGI.
I mean, honestly, weird. In so many ways.
Seemingly every superhero film ends with a massive CGI on CGI showdown. We came to see film, not a video game cutscene.
I like them though.
Number 8, shaky cam and quick editing. So how do you avoid people noticing that something is a little off? By taking the music video approach of quick cuts, or mess with the eye's ability to focus with shaky framing. There's a time and a place for shaky cam. Found footage films, a high-speed pursuit on foot. But entire films, no thanks. Both quick edits and shaky cam can be effective tools to heighten the tension and sense of chaos. But when overused, they lose their effectiveness.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, what happened to that picture of us in Iraq with that camel? I mean, your girlfriend.
Hey, is this for real?
They've also become a bit of a
why
crutch
was
for
that
filmmakers.
necessary right there?
Why craft a compelling sequence when you can just fake it via editing? Number 7, too many films end on cliffhangers or teasers.
See, this is why I don't fuck with action like that. A lot of
Your story
these
needs a
are related to
satisfying
action
ending.
movies.
Now, there are creative ways to break the rules in a manner that will bring something fresh and exciting to the table. The Wrestler, Inception, Before Sunset, these are all films that end off by leaving you with important questions to ponder. But cliffhangers for the sake of cliffhangers or post-credit teasers, these are little more than marketing ploys to ensure that you come back for the next installment, in however many years that might be.
Right, like 5 years later. I did not like
You
this
can
movie.
give us a teaser, but you better give us a satisfying ending first. Number 6. Every studio wants a cinematic universe. Do you know why the Marvel Cinematic Universe succeeds where others have failed? Because their films work independently of one another. Each film has a story with a beginning, middle, and end.
Where are the Avengers?
I'm not currently tracking their whereabouts. I'd say they've earned a leave of absence.
The post-credits scene might tease the next story, but not until the first one is wrapped. All that interconnectedness is secondary, but based on the MCU's success, every studio seemingly feels that they deserve their own cinematic universe.
My name is Jekyll. Dr. Henry Jekyll.
Universal's Dark Universe, Warner Bros. Arthurian Universe, the DCEU, Sony. The problem is they spend so much time cramming the seeds of future films into these launch titles that the movies themselves fall flat. Number 5, every IP gets a movie.
And that's where we come in. The most important invention in the history of communication. Emojis.
Cinema might be entertainment for the masses, but that doesn't mean that every popular product should be made into a film. Battleship, the Angry Birds movie, the Emoji movie.
That's
when you start with
ridiculous.
such a thin concept, the narrative you craft will rarely succeed.
Anger management class.
I'm done.
Pluck my life.
I remember when I
With
found
so
out they
many
had an Angry
potential
Birds movie.
great
I was like,
scripts
what?
floating around out there just waiting to get put into production, it's insulting to have these intellectual properties thrown onto the screen. Name recognition might be an important factor for getting people into theater seats, but names like these are silly enough to keep people away as soon as they recognize them.
They ain't gonna sink this battleship, no way.
Number 4, studio interference.
I'd like to give you a word of advice, though you ain't asked for none.
As lucrative as the end product might be, filmmaking is an artistic endeavor. When you come between a director and their vision, the resulting film is bound to be somewhat soulless, and more often than not, less than successful with critics.
Yeah, you get used to it.
When studios hire a director, they're entrusting that individual with the responsibility of shaping the property. Or at least that's how it should work.
This program was under your supervision, was it not?
I already told you it was, but I wasn't there when it happened.
With major think tanks behind franchises, however, movies tend to get made by committee rather than a scriptwriter and director. Studios might have the final say, but they seem to be exercising it way too much.
If you think for a minute that I'm going to allow you to turn these kids into some kind of...
You don't have a choice, Franklin, and neither do I.
Number 3, trailers show way too much.
Oh, that's annoying. They give away everything. I feel like Suicide Squad did that too. The Joker
If
kind of
done
showed too much
correctly,
too.
a single trailer can paint a rough sketch of the premise and build curiosity. But with the never-ending hype machine in place, you're looking at a teaser, 3 domestic trailers, 3 alternative international trailers, and quite possibly a number of short clips from the movie. In this age of internet sleuthing, people can quickly put those various pieces together, and by the time the film hits theaters, there's likely very little left in terms of surprises.
These creatures were here before us.
When you finally sit down to watch the movie and the best moments have already been made public, disappointment is inevitable.
Welcome to Jurassic World.
Number 2, studios aren't taking risks.
You see,
Yeah,
the guys in
sure.
charge of this stuff lack creativity.
They doing what's
and
safe,
are
but they not
completely
gonna
out
make
of
the money.
ideas. So all they do now is recycle shit from the past and expect us all not to notice.
It
Right.
seems like there are just too many boxes that need to be checked in order for a film project to get a green light today. There's the requisite love story, the action, the drama, the need for enough humor to avoid scaring off the viewers.
All right. Shall we?
Let's do this.
Studios are incredibly hesitant to put out R-rated movies for fear of cutting into their potential profits.
You're in a PG-13 version of Deadpool 2, which means we only get 2, 1, and a glass of white wine. Are you bleeping yourself?
They're also so concerned about their bottom line that once all the outliers have been taken out of consideration, all we're left with as viewers are rehashes of the same old film, with a fresh coat of paint and dusted off characters.
Okay, try this. Unplug it, plug it back in, and remember, we care.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. All we get are reboots, remakes, and sequels.
I'm tired of these reboots.
Is a doorway, and the past cannot remain buried.
I didn't even know The Mummy came out again in 2017.
Many critics claim that Hollywood isn't bothering to start new franchises anymore, playing instead to nostalgia and relying on surefire successes mined from the past.
We doubled their budget, as if spending twice the money guaranteed twice the profit.
Yeah, like that's gonna work.
Yeah.
Unless a sequel is truly abysmal, the name recognition is likely enough to ensure that studios will make back their investment. Though we can blame the studios for not being willing to take risks, we as audience members need to take responsibility as well.
Do you think we should stop
I'm gonna do a...
Kinda wanna see if he goes through with it.
If we want to see more original films, we need to show that to studios by getting out there and seeing the original stories that do get made.
What are we even doing here? Where are we going?
Hey, the clips that we're using were funny because it applied to what they were saying. I loved The Mummy, the original Mummy with Brendan Fraser. Is that how you say his name? I really love those. I think it was like a couple that I watched. When the Scorpion King got introduced, I think I stopped watching it. I probably did see the Scorpion King though, because I think that was in relation to The Mummy. Anyway, the point is, years ago, I was watching The Mummy and I thought that it was really good. It was really interesting, but then they re-released it with Tom Cruise and I was like, what the fuck? What does he have to do with The Mummy at all? Like, that's so weird for them to cast him in The Mummy. So I did not go see that. And now they have the audacity to have Bad Boys, I think 3 coming out soon. I'm not going to see that. Like, it's been so long since the last Bad Boys. Like, why are y'all trying to make another one? It's just weird. So yeah, I agree. Movies are not that great these days. It's not that much creativity, like I said at the beginning. They just try to make money, and you know, people fall for it. But like she said, we gotta take responsibility because so many people go and watch these movies anyway. They're continuing to profit off of these movies, so that's why they keep doing it. A lot of the things she mentioned though more so does apply to like action movies, which is not my favorite genre whatsoever. I will watch some action movies, but for the most part, I like thrillers, psychological thrillers where they're kind of forced to be creative and think outside the box. That's probably why I like them. But yeah, action movies they're kind of trash nowadays. But y'all let me know what y'all think though. Let me know what other videos you want me to react to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!